Big game for the Tide is in the books. It's time to give out some game balls. We'll do that in about 15 seconds. Herb and Rodg Podcast coming at you. Like we said, a big game in the books. Alabama triumphant over Georgia on the road. Raj, how you feeling today?
Feeling great, feeling fantastic, feeling much more relieved than I was on Saturday and pretty much the entire day Saturday, going into Saturday and then Saturday night. So I feel like a boulder has been lifted off of our shoulders, but obviously we have a big game coming up Saturday, so other things to look forward to. But tonight we will discuss what happened this previous Saturday and give out the game balls.
Yep. One of our last looks back at that big game. 24-hour rule. We're a little late with the game balls this week, but we had a lot of traveling. And thank you to everybody who's watching this video. Thank you for everybody who also watched our live stream and helped make that a success. That was a lot of fun. We were nervous about doing a watch party in a big game and maybe losing. Ty brought it through, man. We appreciate each and every one of you. Time to get to the game balls, Rod.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting with number one, we try not to give out the same ones over and over and try to mix it up. So that's why sometimes you see different names in here. You might be like, why that person? Well, we like to show everybody some love. That's why. But, Raj, you can't go into this game without talking about Ty Simpson. I mean, the numbers are one thing. 24 for 38, 276 yards. 2 touchdowns. Once again, a clean game, no interceptions.
Yeah.
But it was some of the throws that he made, the protections he changed, the decisions he made. He really kept Georgia off balance in that first half.
Yeah.
And in a road, we saw in Florida State, it didn't work out as well.
Right.
He was sharp. He was poised. You could just tell the leadership was there. Ty, you have to start with Ty, I feel like, for the game.
You have to. I agree 1,000%. Ty is looking more and more comfortable in the pocket as the time progresses. And again, you mentioned the word poise. He didn't get rattled. We heard about the atmosphere there at Sanford Stadium this past Saturday night. It was loud. It was raucous. Everybody was going crazy. It didn't bother Ty at all. He didn't get rattled at all. It didn't bother who? It didn't bother Ty at all.
Who?
Tyrone Cornelius Simpson.
Yes, okay. That's what I thought. It didn't bother
Tyrone Cornelius Simpson at all. He was smooth as the other side of the pillow. He was very, very accurate, great decision making. Little off on some of the passes in the second half, but still made up with the decision making. Just commanded the ball, commanded the offense really, really well. Just an excellent field general this past Saturday. We absolutely love what we saw from Ty.
Yes, sir. Climbing up the Heisman watch list, but I know he doesn't care about that. It's to the next game, like you mentioned.
To the next game.
Ty, focus on the next game. Raj, game ball number 2.
Game ball number 2 is going to be a collective game ball going to the entire offensive line. Our entire offensive line only had 1 pressure, 0 sacks. Really, really commanded the game. I think going into this game, one of my key points was that I said that the offensive line needs to give Ty Simpson enough time to kind of do his magic back there, and they did just that to a T. Worked out absolutely fantastic. This offensive line looked really, really great. Again, only 1 pressure and 0 sacks, knowing that most of the time we play these Georgia teams, they're known for having a great defensive line core, great linebackers, etc. And to this point right now, Georgia still, their defensive line has 0 sacks this year. I'm glad we kept that streak going this past Saturday. And one person we need to highlight from the offensive line, big man Caden Proctor, 6'5", 6'6", 360 pounds, caught the first screen pass I've ever seen an offensive lineman catch. First one I've ever seen. I'm not saying it's the first time it's been done, but it's the first one I saw. Line up here on the left. I had no idea what we were doing at first. I thought he was just going to block for Jeremy Bernard or somebody else. He ends up catching a pass that wasn't the best pass thrown. Pass was a little low.
He had to bend down and grab it. Yeah.
He bends down, catches it, trucks over a couple of guys. I absolutely love that play calling from Ryan Grubb, but my second game ball goes out to the offensive line.
Yes, I mean that was great, and let's say that Proctor, you saw this against Wisconsin on the screen pass. There was a couple wide receiver screens that they had in this game. He's moving. He's a lot lighter on his feet.
He's agile.
Really quick out there, very agile. So that was fitting that he gets basically the play of the game. The only thing that doesn't stop it from being like a SportsCenter top 10, and probably still is if he had scored. But could you imagine if he was coming at you and you're a DB? I'm diving the other way, Rod. I'm like,
dude, I got too much NIL money. I'm trying to finish out the season. I'm gonna let him go. I mean, he was that close to scoring too. I feel like if we run that play again, he just runs it straight up the middle. He's gonna score. So kudos to the offensive line, and kudos to Caden Proctor, man.
Very much so. Well-deserved great ball. And Rodg, you mentioned it. One of your points was the offensive line must be great.
Yep.
They were. Yep. So that was one of yours. My second game ball might be a surprise to people based on the I'm going to Jam Miller. First,
I love that.
Beginning of the year, right? Tough to make your first start of the year coming back from injury against Georgia.
Yeah.
He didn't like he'd ever been hurt. And like I said, the numbers aren't good. 16 carries, 46 yards, caught a couple passes as well as the game clinching catch.
Yes.
First off, Rodg has 16 carries. That's more than any running back has had all year. And if you combine everybody's rushes, the Wisconsin game we had AK Deere and I think Riley had 11 and 5. Yeah. That's most like 2 combined. You know what I mean? He carried more than everybody else has the entire year. They doing it even in the second half just to keep the Georgia off balance.
Yeah.
Make sure he was running strong. Look, the lanes weren't always there. I get that. He still ran strong. Still kept the threat of the run around. Yeah. And like I said, to make your first start against Georgia and to get that many carries and be that tough game ball.
Kudos.
We're happy to have you back, Jam.
Kudos to Jam Miller. I love what I saw from Jam. And again, when you look at the stats, you're going to say, oh, he didn't rush for 75 to 100 yards, but he got some really, really tough yards against a really, really good Georgia defense. Kudos to Jam. And again, the game clinching play towards the end when Ty rolled to the left, fake to the left, and hit that screen pass or hit the pass to the right, hit Jam wide open. And having enough intelligence to slide inbounds and to stay inbounds and to keep that clock going.
Yes.
Absolutely love what we saw from Jam this past weekend. He looked healthy, good at run blocking, good at pass blocking. Just can't wait to see what the rest of the season has in store for him. So kudos to you, Jam Miller.
Yes, sir. And I love on that play, basically looking to the sticks. Let me get 1 yard past the sticks.
Yep. And slide.
Yep. We're done. Great, intelligent play by him. Rodg, what you got for your last game ball?
My next game ball, I got to go towards the defense. LT Overton. I've mentioned this guy in some of our videos previously. I really, really like what I'm seeing out of him. Really, really high rated prior to the season. He had for the Georgia game, 6 total tackles, I think 4 solo tackles, and even he and Edric Hill combined for the sack. But the big play came when Georgia had 4th and 1. Excuse me. A lot of people thought that Georgia should have kicked the field goal. Just to give you a little backstory, I kind of felt like Kirby already knew what he wanted to do on that drive. He said, listen, we're down here this deep. We're going to go ahead and punch in and take the lead. They ended up having 4th and 1. Gunner hands it off to Cash Jones. LT Overton breaks through, kind of gets that left leg, trips him up. Cash Jones falls down. They don't convert. We take over. That might have been one of the biggest plays, if not the biggest play of the game. But I really, really liked what I saw from LT Overton. Again, heck of a defensive lineman. I'm so glad he transferred to Bama. So shouts out to you, LT Overton. You get the game ball.
No. Like I said, play of the game. A lot of people are diagnosing that play if the lineman makes a better block. If he doesn't get tripped up by Overton, it's a 1-on-1 Cash Jones versus Keon Sabb on that play, but Sabb's coming all the way over. So does he still get the first down? A lot of debate on that, but Overton erased all debate. Defense as a whole definitely played well. But you got to give out one game ball in there, and last kind of game ball. Kudos to the pair of Grubb and DeBoer. DeBoer for wearing the black hoodie, which was actually in our video, by the way, folks. If you go watch our 5 keys to victory, and Grubb mentioning after the game, they went back with like 5 years of Georgia film, trying to keep them off balance. Look, we didn't score in the second half, and we still won the game. So there's still a lot to work on. But you did exercise some of those road demons with this game. DeBoer showing some. What did they say? Ross, he has a smile, says Florida State. So exercise some demons as well. And Grubb is showing the reason why they brought you here. So I think a lot to work on. But you can see the strides that the coaches have made.
True. I agree. And I just love some of the play calling we saw from Grubb. Obviously, the one we mentioned earlier with Caden Proctor, but and then it's the same play to kind of end the game and kind of clinch it when Ty threw the pass to Jam Miller. But throughout the game, he was just very, very methodical at the play calling, mix it up with some pass, mix it up with some run. And I think he just really, really wore out that Georgia defense, and they just got frustrated and tired, and it showed.
Yes, sir. I agree. Folks, that's our game balls. We appreciate it. Georgia is officially in the books for us. Like, comment, tell us who we missed. I know there's going to be some Bray Hubbard comments. We didn't miss Bray. We
still got love for Bray.
We're throwing some love from other players, but still got love for Bray. We know that there's some people out there we're probably missing. Appreciate you all listening, watching.
Yes.
Love y'all. On to Vandy.
Yes, sir.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.